Hi guys, it's Jacob here, and instead of a happy Friday this week, I wanted to talk to you guys about something else, something that's big on YouTube right now, which is fair use. And what fair use is and how that affects even small YouTube creators like myself. Um, so what is fair use? What is the outline in YouTube for fair use? So went on to the what is fair use page on YouTube on my laptop, and I'm going to read verbatim the four outlines, four factors of fair use. All right. The purposes, the purpose and character of the use, including whether such use is of commercial nature or not of nonprofit educational purposes. I can't talk. Um, Again, verbatim. This is the subtext under the main point there. Courts typically focus on whether the use is transformative, that is, whether it adds new expression or meaning to the original, or whether it merely copies the original. Commercial uses are less likely to be considered fair, though it's possible to monetize video and still take advantage of the fair use defense. That is according to YouTube. That is not necessarily the law from what I've read over at Stanford EDU, but I'll get to that later. The second point YouTube makes is the nature of the copyrighted work. Using material from a primarily factual work is more likely to be fair than using a purely fictional work, for whatever reason. The number three, the amount and substantiality of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole. Borrowing small bits of material from original work is more likely to be considered fair use than borrowing large portions. However, even a small taking may weigh against fair use in some situations of if it constitutes the heart of the work. So, for my interpretation of that, is if I decide, okay, I'm going to talk about a movie, whatever movie it is, I can review that movie, I can talk about the movie, I can even show a clip of that movie. But if that clip of the movie, that one clip, is most of my video, and it is the heart of the video, say I only have a 30-second long video, and it's like, the beginning is, hi guys, I wanted to show you this video, and then there's 15 seconds or 20 seconds of this video, and then me saying at the end, well thanks guys, hope you like it, subscribe, that's not fair use. That is, the heart of the work is that piece of copyrighted material. That is how I view it, but that might not be how other companies view it. And Stanford might have something else on that. I can't quite remember what I read, but I will get to that in a minute. The effect of the use upon the potential market for or value of the copyrighted work. Uses that harm the copyright owner's ability to profit from his or her original work are less likely to be used to be fair use. Courts have sometimes made exceptions under this factor for cases involving parodies. So, to me, this means, okay, so if I take, let me take a movie that I enjoy watching, say Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail, and I upload the whole thing on my YouTube channel, and I monetize it. That is illegal because that movie still makes the original creators of that movie money. There's still copyright on that movie. So I cannot legally take that movie and put it on my YouTube claiming fair use. But that is just my interpretation. So I'm going to jump over here to Stanford real quick so I can view this. And I'll leave a link for the Stanford page so you guys can read it yourself. So there are two things that it is protected on according to Stanford law. One is commentary and criticism. The other is parody. I'm going to go speak verbatim. Not verbatim, I'm going to paraphrase this part, but I'm going to leave a link in the description, and after I'm done talking about this, I'm going to share my opinions on what should be done instead of what's being done right now. So, quoting a few lines from a song, that's in a music review is perfectly fine if I'm doing commentary on the work or if I'm criticizing the work. So, say Bubblegum Star 5000 sings, I like to fuck bitches all the time. I can say, when Bubblegum Star 5000 saying, I like to fuck bitches all the time, I found that very offensive, and that would be protected under fair use. Um, if I am using a medical journal or any informative text, such as a textbook, if I'm talking about my speech textbook for SWOC or my constitutional law textbook or the Constitution itself, I am protected under fair use, as long as I cite the source. And I cannot use the entire work because that is also illegal. Copying a few paragraphs from a news article is actually allowed. Just, it all comes back to are you using all of their work? Is that the body of your text? Is that the heart of the work? Does that work have transformative value? Parody has actually been more accepted. Here at Stanford, they say a parody is a work that ridicules another. So if I don't like Bubblegum 5000's Bubble Pop Star 5000 song, and I take my acoustic guitar and I sing a stupid song using the same chords and just changing the words, I can do that if it's making fun of it. That is a parody and is protected under fair use. So here's some things that I wanted to cover. One, fair use is not plagiarism. That is something that I've talked to people about, and they thought, well, fair use and plagiarism are the same thing. And that is not true. Plagiarism is usually in writing, and it is just taking the ideas of someone else and just putting them in your work without citing them. And even if you cite people in the correct format on YouTube, you cite who you got it from, that is still cannot be considered fair use in some cases. So it's important that you know the difference. Look it up. I'll try to find some links by the time I upload this video. I might not. We'll see. My personal opinion on what's wrong with the structure that is going on inside of YouTube right now. One thing that's really, really weird to me is I personally had a video that I was going to upload. It was back in December 2015. I just watched the new Star Wars movie, and I was like, oh, the end of Star Wars. Let's parody that. But because so much of the work, the ideas of the work, it was just me and some friends out in the back 40 with a camera recording the spoof to the end of the movie. I personally felt like, after I watched it, I felt, wow, I don't want to get a strike against my channel because someone decides to claim this video that's obviously a parody and protected under fair use, but no one at YouTube will view. No one at YouTube, the company of YouTube, will look at that video after it's been claimed and say, oh, that's a parody, why are they claiming against them? That's protected under fair use. They have no right to claim against them. But with that leads me to my next point, that YouTube doesn't punish people that are criminally offensive, making a criminal offense, when they parody someone else's work. When they not parody, claim someone else's work. When they're claiming someone else's work with no real, if it's like me, if I decided, oh, I'm gonna parody grade A underage, I'm gonna claim against grade A underage because we've done a video that's pretty similar. I'm gonna claim against him. That's illegal for me to do. That gets me in legal trouble. That would get me in legal trouble because that is wrongly accusing someone of a crime. That it's a very serious offense, and you're more likely to be countersued than anything. But when it comes to YouTube, no one's doing that. and it's partially because no one has the funds to, or no one has the time to be like, okay, I've gotta fight this legal battle on top of trying to create content for you guys. That is such a difficult thing. Um, and that's really me on this issue. I kind of got inspired to do this real quick tonight. It's late on a Thursday evening. I'm gonna release this as a happy Friday. Not so happy, but it's something that I feel like you guys should know. Um, and if you guys have any questions, I can try to find out more information. But I hope you guys found this video informational. And if you like this video, share it with your friends. And if you didn't, share it with your enemies. And even if you're getting sued, make sure to make every day, a happy Friday. See you guys later.